大家好，欢迎你回到 CHI 114的频道，我是高老师。今天我们要学完第6课对话2。第6课说什么？好的，跟我说约时间。约时间。Hey everybody, this is Gao 老师 and welcome back to CHI 114 pre-class videos. In this video, we will finish up with Lesson 6, Dialogue 2. If you do what the video asks you to do, then you'll be able to accomplish the following learning objectives. Number 1, you'll be able to read, understand, and pronounce using correct tones all of the assigned vocab words for next class's in-class quiz. Number 2, you'll be able to read and fully comprehend on your own the textbook dialogue. And number 3, you'll have a basic understanding of the dialogue's main grammar points. And there are 2 that we will be focusing on here today. 准备好了吗？好的，我们开始吧。So let's begin preparing for the next class by first listening to the audio of our new vocab words. As you hear the speaker say these words, please try your best to mimic their pronunciation out loud. And if you'd like to follow along in your textbook, just turn to page 164.
1.
下个
Next one.
下
Below. Next. 2.
中文
Chinese language.
文
Language. Script. Written language. 3.
帮
To help. 4.
准备
To prepare. 5.
练习
To practice. 6.
说
To say. To speak. 7.
啊
A sentence final particle of exclamation, interrogation, etc. 8.
但是
But. 9.
得
Must. To have to. 10.
跟
With. 11.
见面
To meet up. To meet with.
面
Face. 12.
回来
To come back.
Please go back now and listen to this audio at least 2 to 3 more times, repeating out loud what you hear. Let's now turn to listen to the audio from the textbook dialogue. And if you'd like to follow along in your own textbook, just turn to page 162.
喂，请问王鹏在吗？
我就是。你是李友吧？
王鹏，我下个星期要考中文，你帮我准备一下，跟我练习说中文好吗？
好啊，但是你得请我喝咖啡。
喝咖啡？没问题。那我什么时候跟你见面？你今天晚上有空吗？
今天晚上，白英爱请我吃饭。
是吗？白英爱请你吃饭？
对，我回来以后给你打电话。
好，我等你的电话。
Please go back now and listen to this audio at least 2 to 3 more times, just to make sure you can fully understand what Leo and Wang Peng are saying. To start practicing our new vocab words from Lesson 6, Dialogue 2, just scan the QR code on your screen here or click on the link below in the description section of this video. Let's look at our first grammar point, and that is the modal verb 得. This is how it appears in the textbook. Wang Peng says, 好啊，但是你得请我喝咖啡。你得请我喝咖啡。So the modal verb 得 here means must or have to. And the negation of this modal verb is 不用, or you could say 不必. Let's look at an example. 王鹏得帮李友学中文. So this simply means Wang Peng must or has to help Leo study Chinese. So 得 is the modal verb, meaning it's not the main verb. The main verb here is to help, but it indicates that whatever this action is, it must happen. 好，中文怎么说? It's 11. You better get to class. 我们可以说现在11点，你得去上课。好，我们练习一下。Let's practice. How would you translate the first sentence? 中文怎么说? I have to go find the teacher right now and don't have time to chat with you. 我们可以说我现在得去找老师，没有时间跟你聊天。So here notice how the modal verb comes before the main verbs 去找, to go look for. It's indicating that these verbs must happen, right? I have to go find the teacher right now. 好，第二呢？中文怎么说? Today is Saturday. Your dad doesn't need to go to the office. 我们可以说今天是星期六，你爸爸不用去办公室。So pay attention here to how this modal verb 得 is negated. We negate it by saying 不用, there's no need, or 不必. Let's go on and look at the final grammar point from Lesson 6, Dialogue 2, and that is directional complements. So here this appears towards the end of the dialogue. Wang Peng says, 对，我回来以后给你打电话。我回来以后给你打电话. Literally meaning after I return, I'll give you a phone call. So directional complements can be a bit tricky at first, mainly because English doesn't use them. So in short, directional complements are used to describe the direction of a verb. And one of the most important things to bear in mind when trying to decipher which directional complement to use is the position of the speaker. So let's look at this slide. 来 and 去 are used here as directional complements. So they follow the verbs 进, meaning to enter, and 回, meaning return. So 来 is going to indicate movement toward the speaker. 去 will indicate movement away from the speaker. 好，我们练习一下。我回来以后给你打电话。So this would indicate that whoever this person is talking to, they're suggesting that they're going to return to wherever this person is, and after that, they'll give them a phone call. So the general pattern for directional complements is the verb followed by the directional complement 来 or 去. And again, the most important thing to remember is the position of the speaker. If it's going away from you, it'll be 去. If it's coming towards you, it'll be 来. 好，我们练习一下. So can you see these two people here? They're walking towards the house. So they're outside of the house. 中文怎么说? Let's go in. So how would they say that if they wanted to go into the house? They're currently outside the house, but they want to go into the house. So the house, the movement they're taking here is away from them, right? They would say, 我们进去吧.我们进去吧. The ba here at the end is just simply softening the tone of this suggestion. 好,中文怎么说 come in? So notice the speaker here is inside the house, and she's telling somebody outside the house to come in. She's telling somebody outside the house to come towards her. 我们可以说进来,进来, right? Come in, come towards me. 好,中文怎么说 we returned. We returned. 回来, or you could add 我们回来,我们回来了. Right? So returned. They returned. 好, and now they want to go back. 中文怎么说 let's go back. 中文怎么说回去. Right? So they're going to be moving away from themselves. So we're going to use the directional complement 去. And if directional complements can seem a bit difficult to you now, don't worry. We'll practice using these directional complements in class, and I guarantee you, you'll catch on to them relatively quickly. 好的,我们练习一下. Let's take a moment to practice what we just learned. So please complete the sentences below by inserting the appropriate directional complement. Pause the video now and try your best to do these 2 exercises on your own. 第一,把应爱说老师我可以进去吗老师我可以进去吗 So here 把应爱 is most likely standing outside of 常老师's office, asking to go in. So we're using 进去第二,常老师说快进来快进来 So 常老师 is most likely in her office, perhaps sitting at her desk. Seeing Leo outside, she says 进来 And for additional explanations and examples of these 2 grammar points, please do see your textbook, pages 167 to 168. For those of you interested in learning how to correctly write all of our new characters from Lesson 6, Dialogue 2, this section will provide you with the animated stroke orders. The first word, 但是, 但是, meaning but. 得, meaning must or have to. 跟, meaning with. 见面, meaning to meet up, to meet with. And it's important to bear in mind here that if you're going to use this, what you'll normally say is a person, 跟 another person, 见面. So 见面 always comes at the end of the sentence. It can't take an object. So to say, I met up with my teacher, you could say 我跟老师见面. And finally, 回来, meaning to come back. For those of you interested in improving your pronunciation, which I hope is most of you, there is an excellent resource out there for you to help you accomplish this objective. It was created by Pomona College. So simply scan the QR code on the screen or click on the link below in the description section of this video, and it'll take you to this really cool website. On this website, you'll find short quizzes for practicing your pronunciation of all the vocab words in our integrated Chinese textbook, from Lesson 1 all the way through Lesson 20. You'll also find some helpful guides for practicing the basic Chinese consonants and vowels. And finally, once you feel comfortable with all of the vocab words, characters, and grammar points from Lesson 6 Dialogue 2, don't forget to take the pre-class practice quiz in Canvas before our next class session. 好的，下次见，拜拜。